Hello everyone, welcome to Maths Classes by Iqra. In today's video, we are going to study the chapter first of class 8, which is rational number. In this video, we are going to see the introduction of the unit, means chapter 1, rational number, and the introduction of the exercise 1.1. So, our first chapter is rational number. So now let's study what is rational number, what are the properties of rational number, what are the operations of rational number, and how to represent a rational number. Okay, these are the few topics which we are uh, uh, going to study in this unit. Okay, so now let's start. So our chapter is name is rational number. So let us firstly see how what is rational number. So rational number is basically that which are those number which are written in the form of p by q, where q is not equal to 0. Means the value of q can be negative, can be positive, but never be 0. Okay. So rational number means rational number को हम लोग simply ऐसे देख सकते हैं कि rational number is type of a fraction. Okay, fraction हम लोग जानते हैं कि किसी भी means in fraction there is one numerator and one denominator. तो न्यूमरेटर में कुछ टर्म होता है, डिनोमिनेटर में कुछ टर्म होता है. तो रेशनल नंबर की कंडीशन ही कि जो हम लोग का डिनोमिनेटर होगा वो कभी भी जीरो नहीं रहेगा. मीन्स डिनोमिनेटर विल ऑलवेज बी नॉन जीरो. ठीक है. So here are few example I have written means -2/3, 6/7, 9/-5. These are the few example of rational number. In all three terms, the denominator is not 0. Means in first term denominator is 3, second in one in denominator is 7, and in third one is it is -5. Means from here we can say that the denominator can be negative, can be positive, but cannot be 0. So let's see what are the properties to rational number hold. So first property which rational number is holding is closure property. फिर commutative property, associative property, distributive, additive inverse, multiplicative inverse, and additive and multiplicative inverse. Okay, so these are the 7 to 8 property that every rational number is holding. So before going to properties, let's see what are the operations and how we are going to apply the operation between two rational numbers. Okay, so our next topic is operations of rational number. So we are in mathematics. Basically there are four operations, which is multiplication, subtraction, addition, and division. So first we are going to see how to add two rational number. So for adding two rational number, first step we are going to see that the given rational number is rational or not. How we can find that? We are going to basically see the denominator of that term. If the denominator of that term is non-zero, means that the given fraction to us is rational number. Okay. So firstly we are going to check whether the given number to us is rational or not. Okay, once the number is found to be rational, then we are going to simply take the LCM of two rational of the denominator and basically add simply as we are going to add. We are previously adding fractions. Okay, so here I have taken one example, means -2/3 plus 1/4. So LCM of 2 and 4 is 12, and 3 4s are 12. So we are going to multiply 2/3, 2/4, to 4 2 4s are 8, and 4 3s are 12. So we are going to multiply 1/3, which is 11/2. Okay, if you people don't know how to add two fractions or multiply two fraction or to subtract two fraction, please let me know. I will make a separate video for that. Okay, so our second operation is subtraction. So to subtract means subtraction or addition, basically both are same, but the difference is that the sign will be changing here. ठीक है, जैसे हम लोग एडिशन करते थे बेसिकली सेम वैसे ही हम लोग सब्ट्रैक्शन भी करेंगे, बट इसमें क्या होगा, हम लोग का साइन डिफरेंट हो जाएगा. ठीक है, हम लोग एलसीएम ले लेंगे एंड देन वी आर गोइंग टू मल्टीप्लाई द डिनोमिनेटर ऑफ नेक्स्ट टर्म टू द न्यूमरेटर ऑफ फर्स्ट टर्म. ओके, so let's see the example. Here I have taken 3/4 minus 1/4. So here we are seeing that the denominator is same. Okay, so means we don't have to take the LCM because the denominator is containing same number. So 4 will be our denominator, and we are not going to supposed to multiply the denominator to the next term of the numerator because the denominator is ultimately the same. Okay, so 3 minus 1 is 2. So after simplifying that, we are going to see 1 by 2. Okay. So now let's see how to multiply two rational numbers. For multiplication of two rational number, we are just going to multiply the numerator separately and denominator separately and write in the form of fraction. Okay, so it is here given a by b into c by t. So how to multiply these two? Firstly, we are going to multiply a into c and b into t. Means here we are going to just simply doing what we are doing there. We are going to multiply the numerators separately as well as denominators separately. Okay. So example is 2 by 3 into 5 by 4. So what will our answer coming here from here? So 2 into 5 is equal to 10 and 3 into 4 is equal to 12. So after simplifying that, we are going to see 5 by 6 is our answer. Okay, so in multiplication, we are going to simply multiply the numerator separately and multiply the denominator separately and write in the form of rational number. So our next operation is division. So how to divide two rational number? Division is similar to multiplication. The difference is that we are only going to reciprocate the second term. Okay, we are not going to do anything in first term. We are going to just flip the second term or reciprocate the second term and multiply as we are doing earlier in multiplication operation. So from here a into d and b into c. Okay. So here one example I have taken t minus means 3 by 4 divided by 2 by 5. So in division what we are going to supposed to do, we are just reciprocal our second terms. मीन रेसिप्रोकल मीन्स जो हमारा डिनोमिनेटर में फिर वो न्यूमरेटर बन जाएगा और जो न्यूमरेटर है वो हमारा डिनोमिनेटर बन जाएगा. ओके. और जब हम लोग ऐसा करेंगे तो ऐसा देखेंगे कि हम लोग का डिनोमिनेटर जीरो नहीं बनना चाहिए रेसिप्रोकल करने के बाद. ठीक है. So 3 into 5 50 and 4 into 2 which is 8. So here we are just complete the operations of rational number. So now let's see the properties. Okay. Now we are going to see the properties individually and operation individually. मीन्स पहले हम लोग प्रॉपर्टीज देखेंगे और फिर देखेंगे कि कौन कौन से ऑपरेशंस वो प्रॉपर्टी होल्ड करते हैं. ठीक है. तो फर्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी हमारी कौन सी है? क्लोजर प्रॉपर्टी. So it is its definition is when two rational numbers are added, subtracted or multiplied, the result is always a rational number. मीन्स क्लोजर प्रॉपर्टी हमारी क्या कहती है? जब भी हम लोग किसी भी दो रेशनल नंबर को ऐड करते हैं या सब्ट्रैक्ट करते हैं या मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं या डिवाइड करते हैं, तो जो हम लोग को रिजल्ट मिलता है, ओके, जो हम लोग को रिजल्ट मिलता है वो भी हम लोग का क्या होना चाहिए? वो रेशनल नंबर होना चाहिए. दैट कैन नॉट बी इरेशनल, ओके, और एनी अदर नंबर. तो पहले हम लोग इसको एडिशन पे लगा के देखते हैं. फॉर एडिशन आई हैव टेकन एग्जांपल हियर 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3. We are going to take the LCM over here. So 3 2s are 6 and 2 3s are 6. So here will become 3 and 3 2s are 6. So here will become 2. So 3 plus 2 will ultimately give us 5. So our answer is 5 by 6. So addition is going to satisfy the closure property. हाउ मीन्स हम लोगों ने 1 by 2 लिया और 1 by 3 लिया, हम लोगों ने दोनों को इसको ऐड किया एंड वी आर गेटिंग द रिजल्ट रेशनल. ठीक है. तो ये तीनों रेशनल है तो ये हमारा क्लोजर प्रॉपर्टी सेटिस्फाई कर रहा है. ओके. सो नेक्स्ट वन इज सब्ट्रैक्शन. इन सब्ट्रैक्शन में भी क्या होना चाहिए? हम लोग किसी भी सब्ट्रैक्ट व्हेन वी सब्ट्रैक्ट एनी टू रेशनल नंबर द रिजल्ट विल बी ऑलवेज रेशनल. ठीक है. तो 3 by 2 minus 1 by 2 it's come here 2 by 2 which is ultimately 1, and 1 is also a rational number because we can write 1 in the form of 1 by 1. Okay. So this is also a rational number. So means addition as well as subtraction is will going to follow closure property. Okay, we are going to see through the help of examples also. Our next property is multiplication. Means our next operation is multiplication. Sorry. So in multiplication here 1 by 2 is rational number, 1 by 3 is rational number. When we multiply these two rational number, our result will become as rational number. Means multiplication will also going to follow the closure property. Let's talk about division. In division 1 by 2 into 1 by 3. We are just going to flip the second term as I had told you earlier. So our answer will come 3 by 2. So it is also closure property. But in division there is some exceptional case that when डिवीजन जो है वो हमेशा क्लोजर प्रॉपर्टी को फॉलो नहीं करेगा, वो कुछ कुछ केस में डिवीजन को क्लोजर प्रॉपर्टी को फॉलो करेगा. लेट मी टेल यू हाउ. मीन्स हम लोग ले लेते हैं अपना फर्स्ट टर्म 1/2 इंटू ओके जीरो को हम लोग ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं 0/5 ओके विच in the form of p by q and here q is equal to 5. Okay, so means this is rational number because we are don't see the numerator can't be negative, can't be positive, can be zero, but denominator can't be zero. Okay, so हम लोग को सिर्फ यहाँ पे डिनोमिनेटर को देखना है, न्यूमरेटर को से हम लोग को नहीं देखना है कुछ. सो हियर द डिनोमिनेटर इज 5. ठीक है, तो हम लोग इसको ले सकते हैं कि डिवाइडेड बाई 0/5. तो अब हम लोग जब डिवाइड इसको करते हैं तो व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू, बेसिकली वी आर जस्ट रेसिप्रोकल आवर सेकेंड टर्म. सो 1/2 इंटू 5/0. ठीक है, जिसको हम लोग करेंगे 5/0. From here what we are going to see that 5/0 when we are going to write in the form of p by q, here from here q will become 0. That will not means जब q ही 0 हो जाएगा तो वो हमारा रेशनल नंबर नहीं रहेगा. सो हम लोग इससे हमारा ये कंक्लूजन निकलता है कि डिवीजन नॉट ऑलवेज फॉलो द रेशनल नंबर, नॉट ऑलवेज फॉलो द क्लोजर प्रॉपर्टी, बट somewhere it follow closure property. Okay, so our second property is commutative property. What is commutative property? Means हमारा ऑर्डर जो है वो रिजल्ट को अफेक्ट नहीं करना चाहिए. मीन्स हम लोग a प्लस बी लिखें या p प्लस a लिखें, the result will become same from both two cases. Okay, so for addition we are going to see 1/2 plus 1/3, and order doesn't matter in commutative property, so we are going to write 1/3 plus 1/2. When we solve these both, we ultimately get 5/6. Okay, which is rational number, so this is also closed under commutative property. For subtraction means order doesn't matter in commutative property. So अगर हम लोग इसको subtract करेंगे 1/2 minus 1/3 और 1/3 minus 1/2, this will can't be equal. ये equal नहीं हो सकते. क्यों? क्योंकि when we are taking the LCM of the first term, here the LCM will become 6 and here 3 minus 2 will become a numerator, and in another term 6 will be denominator will be same, but here 2 minus 3 in numerator will come. So what we are getting answer 1/6 and minus 1/6, which is not equal because the minus sign is come over here. So this is not closed under commutative property. Next property is multiplication. So what is multiplication? When we are going to multiply two rational number, it doesn't the result doesn't affect the order of the products. Okay, तो ये हमारे कम्यूटेटिव प्रॉपर्टी सिंपली क्या कहते हैं कि जब भी हम लोग किसी भी दो रेशनल नंबर को ऐड करेंगे, सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे, मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे और डिवाइड करेंगे तो उसका ऑर्डर रिजल्ट को अफेक्ट नहीं करना चाहिए. ठीक है, सो 1/3 2 into 1/3 और 1/3 into 1/2, the result will be coming 1/6. Okay, from here we are going to see that multiplication this property is closed. So our next operation is division. For division we are going to see 1/2 divided by 1/3 and 1/3 divided by 1/2. So from there we are just going to flip this second term, means second term which we are given here. So from here we are going to see 3/2 and 2/3, which will be ultimately not equal to division is not closed under commutative property. ठीक है, तो हम लोगों ने फर्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी कौन सी पढ़ी थी? क्लोजर प्रॉपर्टी. क्लोजर प्रॉपर्टी में all four operations is satisfying the property except division in some cases. Okay, not all cases, in some cases division is not following the closure property. And when we are talking about commutative property, only addition and multiplication will follow commutative property. Division and subtraction will not follow commutative property. Okay, so our next property is associative property. What is associative property? Grouping doesn't change the result. Means in associative property we are given three terms over here, and we are going to just group two product and leave the one product besides. And first ठीक है, तो हम लोग इसमें ग्रुपिंग करते हैं. जैसे हमारे पास तीन टर्म है ए बी सी. So first we are going to group first two terms, and then we are going to group last two terms, and the result doesn't affect the grouping. ठीक है. So for addition we are going to see 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3. इसका हम लोगों ने ग्रुपिंग कर लेंगे, and plus 1 by 4 इसको हम लोग बाद में ऐड करेंगे. Okay, first we are going to add these two, then whatever we are going getting the result, then we are going to add this result with 1 by 4. Similarly here will come also 1 by 2 plus we are going to group last two terms. Okay, 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4, and whatever the result come from here we are going to just simply add that result with 1 by 2. Okay, so from here we are going to see when we add 1 by 2 and 1 by 3 we are going to get the result 5 by 6, and when we are going to add 5 by 6 with 1 by 4 we are going to see, we are getting 26 upon 24. Okay, from here when we are going to add 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4 we are getting 7 by 12, and when we add 7 by 12 with 1 by 2 we are getting 26 by 24. Means these two results are equal. From here what we are getting that addition will follow associative property. Okay, means addition is closed under associative property. For multiplication, 1 by 2 into 1 by 3, first we are going to pair these two and leave the third term, and from next we are going to leave the first term, and we are going to group the third or second terms and third term. Okay, so when we are multiply 1 by 2 with 1 by 3 we are getting 1 by 6, and when we are going to multiply 1 by 6 with 1 by 4 we are getting 1 by 24. Similarly will come here. So from here we are going to see that addition and multiplication both will be following associative property, and subtraction and division will not follow associative property. Okay, so what will be our first property, which is closure property? All operation is will following a closure property except division in some cases. And when we are talking about commutative property, in commutative property only addition and multiplication will be following commutative property, not division and subtraction. Similarly with associative property only addition and multiplication will be following associative property, not division and subtraction. Okay, so our next property is distributive property. Distributive property basically of two types, which is multiplication under addition and multiplication under subtraction. So here we are going to see the case of multiplication under addition. Okay, means in a distributive property the condition is given. Whatever the rational number will satisfy this condition, means that rational number will be holding distributive property. So what distributive property say? That A into B plus C will be equal to A into B plus A into C. Means we can multiply A individually and then add these two. Okay. Example I have taken here 1 by 2 into 1 by 3 plus 1 by 6. When first what distributive property say? We are going to just multiply individually and then we are going to add these two. So 1 by 2 into 1 by 3 plus 1 by 2 into 1 by 6. From multiplying these two we are getting 1 by 6, and when we are multiplying these two we are getting 1 by 12. So ultimately when we add these two we are getting 1 by 4. Okay, which is rational number, so hence verified. Means rational number is also going to follow distributive property. Next property is additive inverse. Additive identity. Sorry. So what additive identity is saying? 0 is the additive identity. मीन्स एडिटिव आइडेंटिटी क्या होता है कि किसी भी नंबर में हम लोग ऐसा कौन सा नंबर ऐड करें कि हम लोग को वो सेम नंबर मिल जाए. ठीक है, और जो नंबर हम अपने नंबर में ऐड करेंगे जिससे वो हमें लोग का सेम नंबर मिल जाए, सो दैट नंबर विल बी एडिटिव आइडेंटिटी. In the case of addition, addition, what is the additive identity is 0. Means 0 को अगर हम किसी भी नंबर में प्लस करेंगे तो we are getting the same number ना, when we are not getting another or different number. So from here what we say that 0 is our additive identity. Means 3 by 5 plus 0. Okay, when we are going to add 0 in any number, we are going to get the same number. We can't get any another number or different number. So from here, when we are when we add any number in a given number and we are getting the same number, so what we from here, what we say that 0 is the additive inverse additive identity. ओके, सिमिलरली विथ मल्टीप्लिकेटिव आइडेंटिटी, इसमें क्या होता है कि हम लोग किसी भी नंबर में ऐसा कौन सा नंबर मल्टीप्लाई करें कि हम लोगों को वो सेम नंबर मिल जाए. एडिटिव आइडेंटिटी में क्या होता था कि हम लोग किसी भी नंबर में ऐसा कौन सा नंबर ऐड करें कि हम लोग को सेम नंबर मिल जाए. और मल्टीप्लिकेटिव आइडेंटिटी में क्या होता है कि हम लोग उस नंबर में ऐसा कौन सा नंबर मल्टीप्लाई करें कि हम लोग को सेम नंबर मिल जाए. तो इसमें हम लोग किसी भी नंबर में अगर 1 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे वी आर गेटिंग सेम नंबर ना. सो 1 is the multiplicative identity here. ठीक है. So additive inverse, for every rational number a by b there exists a inverse minus a by b. ठीक है. Inverse मतलब किसी भी नंबर का उल्टा. ठीक है. अगर हम लोग 1 है तो 1 का उल्टा क्या होता है -1. So from here we can keep in mind that inverse means उल्टा. ठीक है. तो अगर हम लोग किसी भी नंबर में ऐसा कौन सा नंबर ऐड करें कि हम लोग को 0 मिल जाए, we are going to add मीन्स उसका अपोजिट नंबर हम लोग को ऐड करना पड़ेगा, उसके नंबर लाइन पे अपोजिट नंबर जो होगा. तो मीन्स ए बाई बी प्लस माइनस ए बाई बी को अगर हम ए बाई बी में माइनस ए बाई बी ऐड करेंगे तो हम लोग को क्या मिलेगा, 0 मिलेगा. तो माइनस ए बाई बी हेयर यहाँ क्या होगा, एडिटिव इनवर्स होगा. ठीक है. और मल्टीप्लिकेटिव इनवर्स में क्या होगा कि हम लोग को रेसिप्रोकल करना. फॉर एवरी नॉन जीरो नंबर ए बाई बी मल्टीप्लिकेटिव इनवर्स इज माइनस बी बाई ए. ठीक है. इसमें भी हम लोग को उल्टा करना है. अगर a बाई बी है तो उसका रेसिप्रोकल कर देंगे तो हम लोग क्या मिल जाएगा, b बाई ए. ठीक है. तो हम लोग ऐसे नंबर में किसी भी गिवन नंबर में ऐसा कौन से नंबर से मल्टीप्लाई करें कि हम लोग को 1 आ जाए. तो उसका हम लोग को इनवर्स अगर मानो 2 है तो 2 को अगर हम लोग 1 बाई 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो अल्टीमेटली वी आर गेटिंग 1. सो 1 बाई 2 इज द मल्टीप्लिकेटिव इनवर्स है. ठीक है. एग्जाम्पल जैसे 3 बाई 5 है, इसका रेसिप्रोकल करेंगे 5 बाई 3. When we are going to multiply these two, what we are getting 1. So 5 by 3 is multiplicative inverse here. Okay. So what next we are going to study representation of rational number. Okay. So from here we are going to say that how we are going means what are the different ways that a rational number can be represented. So rational number can be represented as positive, as negative or as 0. Positive, I can already say you that 2 by 5, 3 by 6, 7 by 8 means in positive numerator and denominator both will be positive. Negative, minus 2 by 5, 3 by minus 6, 7 by minus 8. ठीक है. और नेगेटिव में क्या होता है, आइदर न्यूमरेटर और डिनोमिनेटर विल बी नेगेटिव कंटेन. और 0 में हम बता चुके हैं, 0 इज इक्वल टू वी कैन राइट 0 अपॉन 5 or 0 is equal to we can write 0 upon 6 etc. Okay. Okay, so positive I had explained this you earlier. In positive real number we can write we can express a as 2 by 3, 5 by 7. For negative we are going to express as 3 by 4, minus 3 by 4, minus 5 by 8. And for 0 we are going to express as 0 upon 5. Okay. After solving 0 upon 5 will be ultimately we are getting 0 from here. Okay. So now our next term is equivalent rational number. So what are equivalent rational number? किसी भी रेशनल नंबर में अगर हम सेम नंबर से न्यूमरेटर और डिनोमिनेटर में मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे सेम नंबर से, तो जो हम लोग को वो सीरीज ऑफ नंबर्स मिलेगा तो उसको हम लोग का क्या हो जाएगा, इक्विवेलेंट नंबर हो जाएगा. मीन्स जैसे हम लोग यहाँ 1 बाई 2 में ऊपर भी 2 से मतलब इन न्यूमरेटर वी आर गोइंग टू मल्टीप्लाई बाई 2 एंड इन डिनोमिनेटर वी आर गोइंग टू मल्टीप्लाई 2 इंडिविजुअली. ठीक है. तो ऊपर इन न्यूमरेटर में जब हम लोग 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो व्हाट वी आर गेटिंग 2 and in denominator when we are going to multiply to 4, so next number will become 2 by 4. ठीक है. फिर 2 2 4 ठीक है, तो ऐसे हम लोग और भी इसको एक्सप्रेस कर सकते हैं। मीन इक्विवेलेंट रेशनल नंबर का मीन्स क्या होता है, सिंपली सबसे सिंपलेस्ट लैंग्वेज में कि हम लोग उस रेशनल नंबर को न्यूमरेटर एंड डिनोमिनेटर में किसी भी सेम नंबर से, नेचुरल नंबर से हम लोग मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे। सो जो हम लोग को सीरीज ऑफ नंबर मिलेगा, सो वी the number we are getting will be equal to the given number, okay, the original number, because when we simplify that number we are getting the our standard number. ठीक है, तो यहीं से हमारा नेक्स्ट टर्म एक्सप्लेन होगा विच इज स्टैंडर्ड। ठीक है, स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म ऑफ रेशनल नंबर। सो हमारा क्वेश्चन भी मीन्स ऐसे पूछता है कि राइट दिस नंबर इनटू इट्स स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म। तो किसी भी नंबर को स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म में होने के लिए उसको बेसिकली दो कंडीशन को सेटिस्फाई होना पड़ेगा। फर्स्ट कंडीशन इज दैट कि इसका डिनोमिनेटर कभी भी हमेशा पॉजिटिव होना चाहिए, जीरो तो होना ही नहीं चाहिए और नेगेटिव भी नहीं होना चाहिए। ठीक है, अगर नेगेटिव होगा तो हम उसको पॉजिटिव करेंगे। सो वी आर गोइंग टू सी दैट इन एक्सरसाइज ऑल्सो। ठीक है, और सेकेंड कंडीशन क्या है, न्यूमरेटर एंड डिनोमिनेटर हैव नो कॉमन फैक्टर अदर देन वन। ठीक है, तो न्यूमरेटर और डिनोमिनेटर में कोई भी कॉमन फैक्टर नहीं होना चाहिए, मीन्स वन, एक सिंगल ही होना चाहिए। वन नंबर लाइन वाला वन नहीं, सिंगल होना चाहिए। ओके, मीन्स डबल और ट्रिपल नहीं होना चाहिए। So example I have taken here 3/4 is in standard form. Why is this is in standard form? क्योंकि हमारा 3 डिनोमिनेटर पॉजिटिव है, पहली बात 4 is positive, and when we are going to write the factor of 3, so factor of 3 will be 1 and 3, and factor of 4 will become 1 and 4. The common factor will become 3/4. इसका common factor क्या आ जाएगा, 1. So common factor will be getting from 3 and 4 is 1. ठीक है, तो ये 3/4 हमारा दोनों कंडीशन को सेटिस्फाई कर रहा है। सो मीन्स दिस इज in the standard form of the given rational number. Second is, thing is that 6/8 is not in standard form. Why? So इसको भी हम लोग देख लेते हैं, 6/8 है। ठीक है, तो this number will be satisfying our first condition, which is denominator is positive. So here 8 is positive. So now we are going towards our second condition, which is numerator and denominator have no common factor other than 1. So when we are going to write the factor of 6, will be coming here 1, 2, 3 and 6. And when we are going to write the factor of 8, we are getting here 1, 2, 4 and 8. So when we are going to write the common factor of 6 and 8, so what we are getting from here, that 1 and 2 is common factor in between these two. Okay, so this is not in the form of standard form.